Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us. With me today is Adriel Sanchez, Chief Marketing Officer of Newsela. Adriel, thank you for joining us today.
Hey, Gordon. Thanks for having me.
So thinking about your job as Chief Marketing Officer, how has your marketing strategy changed this year due to the pandemic?
Well, a lot. Obviously, it was an interesting time. This has been an interesting year for Newsela. On January 8th, we relaunched. We basically rebranded the company, relaunched a public-facing website, relaunched our messaging, and relaunched our product architecture. So last year, we had one product. On January 8th, we re-architected the product to have 4 products. 6 weeks later, the pandemic hit. So we had to quickly pivot. We decided to offer all of our entire full product suite for free on March 11th. And on March 13th, it was live and in market.
Wow.
We had to quickly pivot to get the product ready for that, to get our sales teams ready for that, to get the marketing and the messaging and the offer out there. Within 2 weeks or so of launching this, we had 20,000 schools signed up. Within 4 weeks, we had something like 60,000 schools signed up. I mean, it just kept rolling and rolling and rolling. So we quickly pivot away from classic demand generation type tactics and getting the word out on this really service that we were providing to schools free of charge through the end of the school year. We then had to start to think about, okay, people came on so fast that we had to think about, well, it's really important that they not just take advantage of the free offer, but they actually use the product. So we quickly pivoted to, let's make sure that the usage metrics are up. Let's make sure that we're teaching teachers how to teach with Newsela. There were so many new users coming on so fast. Let's make sure that administrators had all the tools that they needed. And thirdly, we are now, as of a few weeks ago, pivoting back to, all right, let's try to see if we can turn as many of those complimentary access schools and districts to paying customers as possible. And that's the process that we're in now. So over the course of, I guess, the last 2 months, we've made those 3 pivots: pivot to free access, pivot to driving usage, pivot to trying to sell. So now we're in full back. The complimentary access period ends on June 30th. So we're fully back now to trying to convert as many of those complimentary access to paying customers as possible.
So as you know, we do event marketing and I've worked with you around some events. How has your event marketing strategy changed due to the pandemic?
Yeah, good question. So it was also an interesting thing. We had just spun up a field marketing function at the end of last year. We never had a field marketing function before. So these individuals were hired October, November of last year, just starting to spin up really, like we had always had presence at the larger national trade shows, which obviously were canceled or postponed. But they were just trying to spin up more local regional events, getting districts together face to face to talk about challenges. And they were working really, really well in January/February. And then everything, the world kind of got turned upside down. So we had to quickly figure out, all right, what do we do with this investment? What do we do with this capacity? We were able to quickly pivot, turning a lot of those events online. And in fact, right now, webinars account for over 50% of the leads coming through.
Nice.
I think we've been we've always had really, really good content. And I'm really impressed with how quickly the team has been able to pivot the content from face-to-face to virtual.
Adriel, thank you again. I appreciate your time today. I appreciate your insights and always your partnership. And one day I will hopefully shake your hand and thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, man.
Thank you.